Sometimes you feel life is unfair because you've given so much, yet received so little in return. But in reality, when you give, you've already received a great deal. Those are the intangible joys you cannot touch. Sometimes you wonder why, when others are sad, you're always there to soothe their wounded hearts. But when you're sad, you can't find anyone willing to listen and understand your feelings. In truth, there's no unfairness here. It's merely a matter of whether you receive others' reciprocation sooner or later. All of us, born and existing in this world, owe each other. Giving and receiving is a cycle of repaying debts to one another. When you give good things, you'll find peace in your soul. True giving is giving without calculation of what you'll receive in return. The more you calculate, the more frustrated you feel, and the less calm your heart becomes. At that moment, you give but fail to receive the intangible joy from your own act of giving. Everything we do for each other carries either tangible or intangible value. We meet, love, hate, or resent each other because of fate. The initial fate is destined by heaven, but whether we bond for the long term, turning that fate into love and care, depends on our choices through our acts of giving. But you should remember that in love, you either receive joy and happiness or experience boredom and suffering. It's all within a repetitive cycle. Even knowing you might receive something undesirable, keep giving, because giving means you've already loved yourself. You've merged into the ceaseless flow of life and human existence. There's never truly death, for the end is also the beginning of new seeds of life. In this life, each person can choose the work they love, the place they want to live, but not their origin. Some are born into wealthy families, others into poverty. Some come from civilized, prosperous, peaceful nations, while others are born in war-torn, chaotic, or deprived places. It's karma, good and bad deeds, that causes people to be born into such different circumstances. However, anyone's living conditions can change. A person born wealthy, if lacking ambition and only spending without earning, will gradually fall into poverty. A person born poor, if persistently striving, can rise to prosperity. Former U.S. Vice President Wilson, born into a poor family, was guided by a relentless heart to rise, step by step escaping destitution to reach the pinnacle of success. In Buddhism, it's said that appearance arises from the mind and circumstances shift with the heart. This means a person fails not because they lack ability or opportunity, but because their mind believes they cannot succeed. When facing hardship, a mind that fears difficulty and suffering leads them to accept submission. A person with a broad, forgiving heart won't see hardship as unfair. They won't complain or resent heaven and earth, but maintain a calm mindset, continuously striving through learning and labor to transform their circumstances. The great inventor Thomas Edison concluded from his own life experience that genius is 1% innate talent and 99% sweat and tears. In the face of hardship, some falter, some collapse, but others courageously move forward. Every obstacle and hardship on life's path is a precious opportunity to temper a resilient will and a tranquil mind, preparing us to reap greater achievements in the future. The path of life and the path of the Tao share a key point. They demand perseverance, patience, and relentless effort. If a practitioner seeks ease and indulgence, often swayed by fame, fortune and fleeting pleasures, and doesn't strive to diligently learn and overcome their unwholesome karma, their practice is like cooking sand in hopes of making rice. There's a saying, all is created by the mind. As each year passes, don't blame life for keeping you stuck in place, but observe how much your mindset has transformed. The slanting sunlight on the hill, the fleeting shadow of time, lull the dusty worries to sleep. The mind's fleeting thoughts drift in the mundane world. There's an ancient story of a man standing under an eaves to avoid the rain. Seeing Guan Yin holding an umbrella passing by, he pleaded, "Guan Yin Bodhisattva, please save sentient beings a little and let me share your umbrella for a while." Guan Yin replied, "I'm in the rain. You're under the eaves, and the eaves aren't raining, so you don't need my salvation." The man immediately ran out into the rain and said, "Now I'm in the rain too. Can I share your umbrella?" Guan Yin said, "You're in the rain, I'm in the rain too. I'm not wet because I have an umbrella. You're wet because you don't. It's not me saving myself, it's the umbrella saving me. If you want salvation, don't seek me. Go find an umbrella." With that, Guan Yin left. The next day, the man faced another difficulty and went to a temple to pray to Guan Yin. Entering, he saw someone resembling Guan Yin, bowing to a Guan Yin statue and asked, "Are you Guan Yin?" The person replied, "Yes." "Then why are you bowing to yourself?" "Because I'm facing a difficulty, but I know it's better to seek help from myself than from others." This story teaches us that when facing life's storms, we must primarily rely on ourselves. Seeking others' help is less effective than seeking within. Not hearing, not speaking, not seeing may bring temporary peace, but true peace comes from skillfully letting go of the ego, an umbrella shading every place with tranquility. In this human realm, when we have one thing, we want more. When we have more, we crave even more. But when we lose everything, we realize, if only I had just a little would be enough. There's a saying, knowing contentment brings contentment. Waiting for contentment, when will it come? Knowing contentment is a key to unlocking the door to peace. Life isn't a race, but a journey to experience its meaning step by step. The reward at the destination isn't what matters. It's what we feel along each segment of the path. Do you believe some only realize they've truly lived when they take their final breath? Thus, we must be aware and know we're living in each breath. If we can't do this, we're not living, just existing. Upon waking from a long sleep, a person feels more mature, realizing they have two hands, one to help themselves, one to help others. What happens when a flower blooms deep in the forest, unnoticed, its fragrance unadmired, its beauty unpraised, with no one to share its joy? Does it die? Does it suffer? Does it grow wild or fearful? Does it take its own life? No. The flower simply blooms, simply spreads its scent with the breeze. Whether someone passes by and praises its beauty is irrelevant. It continues offering its fragrance and joy to the world, to the vast whole. Have you lived as freely as that flower, blooming and spreading fragrance innocently in the deep forest? There are proverbs and sayings we may already know. For example, when life gives you a sour lemon, don't fear, Use it to cook or make a refreshing glass of lemonade. If you face something with pessimism and despair, life's challenges are sour lemons. But if you embrace it with optimism, a joyful spirit, and an open heart, those challenges become a delightful glass of lemonade. Wincing at a sour lemon or savoring a cool lemonade is our choice. Time may help us grow older, but it doesn't guarantee maturity. Only through life's trials and facing its upheavals do we gradually become wiser and more understanding. A wise person, when alone, disciplines their mind, seeing it as a chance for self-reflection. When with others, they guard their speech, viewing it as an opportunity to learn humbly. In life, when we feel hopeless and stuck, pause, smile, and tell yourself, "Relax, dear self. This is just a turn, not a dead end." Everything we have in this life is temporary. If things go smoothly, enjoy it, for it will pass. If things aren't favorable, don't worry, for it won't last. Morality isn't a spare tire to pull out as a facade in social dealings. It's a rudder to steer us rightly through this transient journey. When others help solve your problems, be grateful, but don't place eternal trust in them. If they can't help, you can still believe in your own strength and ability. Old friends are gold, new friends are diamonds. If you have diamonds, don't forget gold, for you need gold to hold diamonds. Friendship is like a book. It takes minutes to burn, but years to write. Worry doesn't clear tomorrow's troubles. It steals today's peace. So live simply, speak kindly, and love sincerely. We all know the windshield is far larger than the rear-view mirror. Life is the same. Our past matters less than our future. Yet, occasionally, we should glance back to draw lessons, live fully today, and guide tomorrow. Remember, when we pray for others, the universe hears and sends our energy to them. So, when you feel peace and happiness, someone may have prayed for you. At times, look at the world through a child's eyes to hear love from deep within. Only by seeing the world clearly can we live honestly. In this life, honesty and kindness are always essential. Kindness is a bright moon in each person's soul, illuminating the spiritual sky, transforming and softening all who walk under its light. A kind thought is a seed, a kind heart is a flower, a kind deed is sweet fruit. Everyone is born with the seed of kindness. If nurtured daily, it can grow into a mighty tree. But some lose this seed, becoming cold, while others taint it, turning cruel. No one doesn't need kindness, and no one is beyond being touched by human kindness. Even hearts as hard as steel or cold as ice can soften and warm with a touch of kindness. Doing good isn't depositing money in a bank. A truly kind person doesn't care about interest or reward. The highest state of kindness is not minding the outcome or repayment of their good deeds. In life, have you ever faced so many opportunities that you could choose freely? Everyone wants to be perfect, so we seek perfect choices to match ourselves, aiming to be the best and choose the best. Once, a young student and an old teacher discussed perfection. The student passionately spoke of his pursuit of perfection. The teacher listened attentively, then gently said, "May I ask you to do something? In front of us is a grassy field. Can you pick the most beautiful, perfect blade of grass for me? But you must walk straight ahead, choosing as you go without stepping back." The student stood and began searching for the perfect blade. At his first step, he saw a lush green blade and reached to pick it but stopped, noticing many prettier blades ahead. He continued, step after step, but each time he considered a blade, he saw others ahead that seemed more beautiful, more perfect. He kept walking, searching for the truly perfect blade, unaware that in his pursuit, he'd crossed the field. At the final step, with only a small patch of grass left, he picked the best blade there and returned to the teacher. His face lacked the earlier excitement, perhaps because he'd grasped the task's meaning. Silently, he handed the blade to the teacher, who smiled kindly, saying, "Sit down. See, if you'd been content and not kept searching, you might have found a blade more perfect than this one." Many in life, by always choosing, miss wonderful opportunities and later regret it. Think about this story. Have you ever paused to observe the world? You might notice life never stops moving, like waves endlessly hitting the shore. Sometimes waves of worry and unrest are gentler than those of joy and peace. Perhaps that's why someone, holding a newspaper, says, "No news is good news." Strangely, even in calm seas, many can't see happiness. They can't sit still, feeling compelled to stir up troubles to feel alive or gain attention. Is the human soul so impoverished? Do we live our whole lives as beggars of the ego, seeking happiness through suffering, only to become victims of that very ego? One secret to living in peace and happiness is simplifying complex problems, embracing everything freely, and fully enjoying each moment of calm and joy right here, right now. Simplify the complex, and life becomes lighter. Don't complicate the simple. Let your soul rest. Rain falls, sun shines, life goes on. Why stir pain from within? Watch all things flow. Freedom remains beautiful amid impermanence. Great joys fade, deep pains dissolve. Knowing this, don't pride yourself on today's success or despair in misfortune. Why do children cry often, yet rarely stay sad, while adults laugh amid tears within? The root of happiness lies in how we think about people and events. Practice these mindsets to build a life of peace. In life, we can't avoid being judged or mocked for our flaws. Instead of taking offense, learn to laugh at your imperfections. That's confidently embracing your flaws perfectly. Admitting your faults makes progress easier. Differing views with others is normal. You don't need to change if your perspective differs, as long as you live without harming yourself or others and feel no shame in your conscience. Some are favored more by life than others. It's no one's fault. We must accept the hard truth that life isn't fair. Keep striving daily toward your goals. If you don't reach your desired destination, at least you've gone further than where you started. No, you'll never have everything you want. At each life stage, you'll crave certain things, and even when you get them, you'll want more. The key is learning to be content with what you have to reduce daily stress. Every day, we choose what to do and what not to do. Consider carefully to avoid wasting time on unworthy pursuits. Everything has two sides. Don't trust stories told from one perspective. Don't let social media's glamour mislead you. Investigate thoroughly before believing. Those who cheat may achieve quick success, but only the good can go far. Be a good person. no matter how badly life treats you, simply because it grants you peaceful sleep, free from worry about hidden wrongs being exposed. If you expect others to bring you happiness, you'll be disappointed. Love life and people without expecting anything in return. You'll always be at ease. Live without shame, even if others betray you or flowers don't bloom for you. Why hope for rivers to flow backward? Live fully, for joy and sorrow pass. Spring stirs, leaves await autumn. Live to love and live freely. A true practitioner doesn't fear hardship, for it tempers character, elevates consciousness, and fosters wisdom. True practice is in daily life, with a generous heart embracing and forgiving all. Nothing is unsolvable. You'll see everyone as good, every situation as beneficial, not theory, but proven truth. Remember, be strict with yourself, lenient with others. When you err, reflect rigorously. When others err, don't be harsh. Treat leaders, colleagues, subordinates, and all people well. Harmony follows your heart's breadth. We often say the universe's laws are unchanging, yet many forget stillness, exhausting themselves without pondering their origins. We arise from stillness, from nothingness. Why, after a busy day, do we feel sleepy at night? Because the mind needs rest. When facing a complex problem that seems unsolvable, first let go. Be still. Think of nothing. Suddenly, a solution may emerge. That's stillness's power. The more you dwell on a tough issue, the more your mind strains, nerves tense, and you risk illness or collapse. The more selfless you are, the more peace blooms within. The more selfish, the more unrest and suffering circle you. Realize deeply, nothing is truly yours. In this interconnected world, send compassion everywhere. There are no enemies, only kin. A man had a habit of reading obituary pages first when picking up a newspaper, studying them intently, even for strangers. A friend, puzzled by this odd habit, asked why. He replied, "I read carefully to send thanks to these people." The friend, shocked, said, "You thank dead strangers? Is something wrong with you?" He calmly explained, "I'm grateful because their passing reminds me life is impermanent. Death can come suddenly. These people had dreams, plans, rivalries, joys, and grudges. Now they're lifeless, cremated, or buried. They teach me with their lives. Don't they deserve thanks?" Live like the Buddha, owning nothing yet using everything. Enjoy, don't possess. We all know we come and go empty-handed, so why cling to what was never ours? Even our body, our closest companion, isn't truly ours, per the Buddha, let alone external things. Why torment ourselves, creating karma that binds us? Amid life's mud, a lotus blooms fragrant. Live in this misty world, yet walk your path. Wisdom needs compassion. Compassion needs wisdom. Skillfully navigate life's tides to cross the river. Each day brings dissatisfactions, annoyances, and uncontrollable situations. You can't always stop the undesirable, so learn to accept them joyfully. Cultivate patience, tolerance, and generosity. View yourself and others with kinder eyes. Don't fret over failures. Leave the past behind to focus on the present. Don't dwell on unhappy memories, burying yourself in them. Practice daily meditation. Even a few minutes can transform your life. Inner peace brings outer serenity. In life, giving doesn't always yield instant returns. Life has its own rhythm. The future lies ahead. Just keep stepping forward. Give yourself wings of freedom. Pass through pain and entanglements and be joyful. Forget years and age. Don't let time age you. As long as your spirit feels young, you're vibrant. Resist the lure of fame and gain. They're fleeting externals. Everyone craves some recognition or profit, fighting for it, then resenting life's unfairness when they fall short. A simple, ordinary life is the greatest happiness. Everyone needs a friend. Wealth can't befriend you lifelong, but friends can be lifelong treasures. Better a soulmate to share a few words when lonely, but true friendship values quality over quantity. Build an inner refuge. When troubled, calm your mind in silence. See wildflowers by the road, small yet vibrant, adorning life. The world brightens. Think optimistically, live happily. We often err by taking kindness for granted, then instantly forgetting all good when someone slips. People readily recall others' flaws, judging their shortcomings, deeming them inferior, and growing intolerant. Judging others is like looking in a mirror. Frown and you'll see displeasure reflected, making both unhappy. Another's minor clumsiness becomes monumental in our eyes when we're displeased, like a thorn we must remove to feel at ease. Remembering others' wrongs punishes ourselves with their mistakes, breeding discontent. Instead, note their good points, be lenient with flaws, and over time you'll see everyone has something worth learning. With only goodness in your heart, the world shines brighter. Cherishing others' virtues far outweighs harboring their faults, clutching a resentful, pained heart. No matter how good you are, you can't win everyone's love. No matter how well you live, some will praise, others criticize. No matter your success, people will judge it good or bad. Some admire, some despise, some envy, some dismiss you. That's life. You can't please all. Don't lose yourself trying to satisfy others. Everyone needs principles and self-respect. Through others' mouths, you're not whole but fragmented into countless versions. Just be your best self, that's enough. People's eyes may look alike, but their perspectives differ. Their mouths are similar, but their words vary. Their hearts are built the same, but their thoughts diverge. Money looks identical, but spending habits differ. Right and wrong, good and bad, stem from differing stances. Different circumstances yield different views. Though human, each lives uniquely. Walk confidently on your own feet. A compass needs no cheers. Wild grass needs no gardener to rise. Mountain flowers bloom fragrant without admirers. Act without needing universal understanding. Just do your best. Live without needing everyone's love. Just be honest and generous. Flowers vary in form, yet bloom and scent freely. Why not uplift each other instead of tearing down? If worthy, cherish. If happy, preserve. If joyful, stay close. If moved, love. Being human isn't always easy. Touching thousands of hearts or controlling tongues is no simple feat. Nor is it hard. Keep a kind heart, be gentle, walk your path, and that's enough. Life doesn't always bend to our wishes. The sun doesn't skip rising because you're sad, nor does the moon stay silent because you're upset. Closing your eyes doesn't darken the world. A clouded heart doesn't claim light for itself. No weed is too tough for a sharp axe. No task impossible with the right method. If you want it, find a way. If not, find excuses. Life is like a glass of water, hot or cold. It's drinkable at the right temperature. Sweet or bitter, it's tasty if it suits you. Fast or slow, it's pleasing if it fits your ear. Seasons cycle, police, spring, summer, autumn, winter. Any suits the mood. Life's like tea, bitter at first but sweet after the bitterness passes. We tire because we waver between persistence and letting go. Sometimes we understand, but refuse to accept the truth. Who enters your life is governed by karma, but whether they stay long or leave quickly is your choice. Not explaining brings ease, not clinging brings clarity, and imperfection is human. Don't blame others, don't mock anyone, don't envy them. When the sun shines, warm yourself. When storms rise, find shelter. Pursue your dreams, walk your chosen path. The world finds peace. When someone hurts you intentionally, forgive them, but don't trust them again. Forgiving frees you, but blind trust gives them another chance to wound. Believe people can change, but let life prove it. Though life offers 1,000 reasons for sorrow, find one story to spark joy. No matter how cruel the moment, keep a light heart. Let go of the undesirable. Live in the now. If you care for yourself without relying on others and keep moving forward, you'll see light and warmth ahead. Life isn't a battlefield. No need to declare winners or losers. More empathy reduces misunderstandings. More yielding reduces conflict. Some things require patience. Some people need concessions. You can't fight for everything or beg for everyone's approval. Each has their own views and nature. We often overvalue ourselves, fretting over gains and losses, feeling misunderstood. To live better, lessen ego, see through others' eyes. Life becomes lovable. Open your heart wider for greater joy. Embrace more to receive more. Don't gossip, don't heed rumors. An idle person has nothing to say, but the outstanding attract scrutiny. Admitting fault is honesty. Overlooking others is grace. If your honesty meets no echo, the other's heart is small. You can't control others' tongues. Keep a light heart and step past life's tangles for a joyful existence. Be half clear-eyed, half foolish. Some things, seen too sharply, you'd rather not act on. Some people, known too well, you'd rather not befriend. Deep in every soul lies a hidden corner no one else can share. Every hurdle, every pain, we face alone, quietly resolving. But don't let daily discontent rule. Tomorrow holds joys to taste, roads to tread, doors to open. Joy and sorrow make the world. Bitter and sweet make life. No matter the pain, sleep, wake, and leave it behind. Dwelling on yesterday only tires you more. Others' thoughts are beyond your knowing, their actions beyond your control. The only thing you command is doing your best, walking your chosen path, living your life well.